Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. Here coins top 1 cent Canada. So let's get started. The Canadian 1 cent coin without a mint mark is one of the most recognizable and historically significant coins ever produced in Canadian currency. This coin was issued for many decades by the Royal Canadian Mint and served as the lowest denomination in the Canadian monetary system. Even though it carried only a value of 1 cent in circulation, the coin holds an important place in the history of Canadian coinage and is widely collected by numismatists around the world. Coins without a mint mark generally indicate that the coin was produced at the main minting facility in Canada, and during much of the 20th century the Royal Canadian Mint did not place mint marks on circulating 1 cent coins. Because of this, many Canadian pennies appear without mint marks, yet collectors carefully study them for subtle variations, minting errors, and condition differences that can dramatically affect their market value. In certain cases, coins in strong condition or with rare minting characteristics have reached values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars in the collector market. The obverse side of many Canadian 1 cent coins features the portrait of Elizabeth II, who appeared on Canadian coinage for the majority of the modern era. Throughout her reign several different portraits of Queen Elizabeth II were used on Canadian coins as the monarch aged, each portrait reflecting a different stage of her life. These portraits were designed by different artists over time and were updated periodically to maintain accuracy and artistic quality. On the obverse side of the coin the Queen is usually shown in profile facing right, surrounded by inscriptions that include her name and royal title. The lettering typically reads, Elizabeth II DG Regina, a Latin phrase meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. In very fine condition the outline of the Queen's portrait remains clear and recognizable, although some of the finer hair details and high points of the design may show moderate wear due to years of circulation. The reverse side of the Canadian 1 cent coin is famous for featuring the iconic maple leaf twig design. This design includes 2 maple leaves attached to a small branch, a symbol that represents Canada's national identity and natural heritage. The maple leaf has long been recognized as one of the most powerful symbols of Canada and appears on the national flag as well as many other official emblems. On the coin the maple leaves are engraved with delicate veins and natural curves, giving the design a graceful and balanced appearance. Above the leaves appears the inscription, Canada, identifying the country of origin, while below the leaves appears the denomination, 1 cent. The date of the coin is also displayed on the reverse side beneath the maple leaves. In very fine condition the overall shape of the maple leaves remains clearly visible even though some of the finest veins and details may be softened due to circulation wear. The composition of the Canadian 1 cent coin has changed over time depending on economic conditions and metal availability. Earlier Canadian pennies were made primarily from bronze, a metal alloy, consisting mainly of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. These bronze coins have a warm reddish-brown color when freshly minted, though over time they may darken as the metal reacts with the environment. Later issues of the coin were produced using different metal compositions such as copper-plated steel or copper-plated zinc in order to reduce production costs while maintaining the familiar appearance of the coin. Regardless of the specific metal composition, the coin generally measures about 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs a few grams depending on the exact metal mixture used during its year of production. A coin graded as very fine condition indicates that it has experienced moderate circulation but still retains a large portion of its original design detail. On a Canadian 1 cent coin in very fine condition the major elements of both the obverse and reverse designs remain clear. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II remains identifiable and the inscriptions around the edge remain readable. On the reverse side the maple leaves are still visible with their general shape and structure intact, though the smallest veins in the leaves may appear slightly worn. This level of preservation is considered desirable for many collectors because it shows the coin's history of circulation while still maintaining the integrity of its original design. Collectors are often interested in Canadian 1 cent coins because small differences in design, minting quality, or production errors can greatly increase a coin's value. During the minting process, blank pieces of metal known as planchets are struck by engraved dies under extremely high pressure. Occasionally irregularities occur during this process, producing coins with unusual features known as mint errors. These may include doubled dies where parts of the design appear duplicated, off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, clipped planchets where a portion of the coin's metal blank is missing, or die cracks that appear as raised lines across the coin's surface. Such unusual features can make a coin highly desirable among collectors. Another important factor that affects a coin's value is the quality of its surface preservation. Coins that show fewer scratches, minimal corrosion, and stronger remaining design details tend to be more attractive to collectors. Even coins that have circulated for many years can still be valuable if they retain balanced wear and a pleasing appearance. Collectors often prefer coins with clear lettering, recognizable design features, and surfaces that have not been heavily damaged by environmental conditions. In the collector market, the value of a Canadian 1-cent coin without a mint mark can vary significantly depending on its year, condition, rarity, and the presence of mint errors or unusual varieties. Many common circulated examples are inexpensive, but coins with special characteristics or superior preservation can command much higher prices. Certain rare varieties have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars, while exceptional examples with rare minting features or extremely high-quality preservation have sometimes reached values in the thousands of dollars at coin auctions and collector sales. Professional coin grading organizations often evaluate collectible coins to determine their authenticity and condition using standardized grading scales. During this process, experts carefully examine the coin's level of wear, strike quality, and surface preservation. Once graded, the coin is sealed inside a protective holder along with a label that identifies the coin and its official grade. This certification process protects the coin and also increases confidence among buyers and collectors in the marketplace. Proper storage and careful handling are essential for preserving the value of collectible coins. Experienced collectors usually handle coins only by their edges to avoid fingerprints or oils that could damage the metal surface. Coins are commonly stored in protective holders, albums, or airtight capsules designed specifically for coin preservation. Maintaining a cool and dry storage environment helps prevent corrosion, discoloration, and other forms of environmental damage that could reduce the coin's collectible value. The Canadian 1-cent coin therefore represents more than just a small piece of currency. It reflects the cultural identity of Canada through the maple leaf design and honors the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II through the portrait displayed on the obverse side. For many collectors, these coins represent a connection to Canada's history, economy, and national symbols. Even though the 1-cent coin was eventually removed from circulation in Canada in 2012, it remains an important part of the country's numismatic heritage. Millions of these coins were used in everyday transactions for generations, and today they continue to be studied and collected by enthusiasts who appreciate their historical and artistic significance. Because of its iconic maple leaf design, its association with the Royal Canadian Mint, and the possibility of rare minting errors and collectible varieties, the Canadian 1-cent coin without a mint mark remains an interesting and potentially valuable piece of coin history. Under the right circumstances, especially when rare errors or exceptional preservation are present, examples of this coin can reach collector values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars, making it a notable and collectible item within the broader world of numismatics. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.